Fame can be a double-edged sword. It brings talent into the spotlight, but often comes with unimaginable pressure. For these 10 Gen X actors, their lives and careers were tragically cut short for various reasons. Today, we'll take a look back at their lives, achievements, and heartbreaking endings as we explore 10 Gen X actors gone before their time.
That's all right, Chuck. That's what sidekicks are for.
Who is that man?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine, Mrs. Yolick. He's not a stranger.
Number 1, Jonathan Brandis was a teen heartthrob in the 90s, known for roles in Sequest DSV and The Neverending Story 2. His charm and talent made him a fan favorite, but behind the scenes, he struggled with depression. In 2003, at just 27, Jonathan died by taking his life, leaving family, friends, and fans heartbroken, wondering what more he could have achieved.
Help me. Help me.
Lawyer. I don't want a lawyer. I hate lawyers. Every lawyer I ever had just shafted me and my mom. I said I need a lawyer. But I don't know about no woman.
Number 2, Brad Renfro. Brad Renfro burst onto the scene with a stellar performance in The Client at the age of 11. Despite his immense talent, Brad's life was plagued by substance abuse. Tragically, he passed away from an overdose in 2008, just 25 years old, leaving behind a legacy of untapped potential.
This must be where they sacrifice virgins. It's so good to have somebody to talk to. I mean, my parents mean well and all, but I try and tell them stuff, and they just don't seem to know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about, hon?
You see? God, I miss Jack.
Number 3, Dana Hill found stardom playing Audrey Griswold in the 1985 comedy National Lampoon's European Vacation. She was actually my favorite of the Audreys. Hill later carved out a successful career as a voice actor. Sadly, her long battle with type 1 diabetes ended in May of 1996 when she went into a coma brought on by the disease. Dana Hill eventually suffered a stroke and passed away at the age of 32. Next on the list is Dominique Dunn. The young actress who played the oldest sibling in the first Poltergeist movie was killed by a jealous boyfriend when she was just 22 years old. Her death, along with that of fellow Poltergeist actress Heather O'Rourke, became the basis for what some call a Poltergeist movie curse.
They're here.
Which brings us to Heather O'Rourke. Best known as the angelic face of the Poltergeist franchise playing Carol Ann, O'Rourke's sudden death at the age of 12 shocked the world. Initially misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease, she passed away due to septic shock from an intestinal obstruction. Her untimely death remains one of Hollywood's most tragic losses.
Am I weird? Yeah, but so what? Everybody's weird.
You got heart, kid, but that belongs to me.
Belongs to Coronado.
Coronado's dead, and so are all of his grandchildren.
This should be in a museum.
Next on the list is River Phoenix. Phoenix rose to fame in the mid-'80s as a child actor. His breakout role in 1986's Stand By Me showcased his raw talent. A few years later, he earned a Golden Globe and an Academy Award nomination for his role in Running on Empty. He also had a small but memorable role in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in 1989, as well as films like My Own Private Idaho and Sneakers. Sadly, River's life was cut short at just 23 years old when he died of an overdose outside the Viper Room in Los Angeles. His untapped potential will forever remain a what if.
Hi, Steven.
I thought this is the boys' locker room.
I know. Okay, Theo, here's another question for you. What was Prometheus's punishment for bringing fire to man?
7 on the list is Michelle Thomas. Michelle Thomas was a familiar face in the 90s. Beloved for her roles as Myra Monkhouse in Family Matters, Justine in The Cosby Show, and her reoccurring role on The Young and the Restless soap opera. Michelle Thomas was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer in her 20s. She fought bravely, but passed away in 1998 at the age of 30, leaving family and friends devastated.
All right, Lou, I got a question for you. Why is it so important to you, the reason I'm here, my name, all that?
So when I saw you on the road, you looked like a kid in trouble, is all.
Lou? I ain't no kid.
Christopher Pettier stood out as the lovable slacker Zach in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Later, he had a memorable role on the show The Young Riders playing Jesse James. Unfortunately, his career waned as he struggled with addiction, and in 2000, at just 24, he passed away due to an accidental overdose, leaving another void in Hollywood's young talent pool.
What's your name?
Kimberly Drummond?
What do you do?
Ice skate?
Where are you going?
To the Olympics.
Down the hatch.
All right. You really want to torture poor little Arnold. Why don't you just put him on a rack and stretch him?
Number 9, Dana Plato. This is the first child actress that I remember falling upon hard times growing up. Dana Plato starred as Kimberly Drummond on the popular 80s sitcom Diff'rent Strokes. At just 14, she began abusing drugs and alcohol and was eventually written out of the series after becoming pregnant in real life. On February 28, 1991, Plato entered a video store, produced a weapon, and demanded the money in the cash register. In 1999, at 34 years old, she died from an overdose of prescription pills, a tragic end to a life filled with hardship.
Hello. I said hello. Maybe you cannot talk yet, huh? Huh?
Lastly, Judith Barcy, and this one is tragic. Hollywood was shocked when 10-year-old Judith Barcy died at the hands of her mentally unstable father in 1988, along with her mother. Judith Barcy began her career in television, making appearances in commercials and shows like Cheers, Punky Brewster, and Growing Pains. On the big screen, she appeared in the 1987 film Jaws the Revenge, and is especially known for lending her voice to the Land Before Time as Ducky. These actors left an indelible mark on the world, but their lives were tragically cut short for various reasons. Were you a fan of these actors? Let me know in the comments which actor's story impacted you the most. Who are some that I've forgotten to include on this list? And may they all rest in peace.